We are live.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up?
Yes, just a
Welcome.
Friday night, you know.
I know. It's like you could have been doing anything on your Friday night, but you decided to come say what's up to us. I also realized I'm definitely going to have to change the title of this live.
What is the title?
It says episode 2 recap.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So we're just going to shoot the shit for about 5 minutes as we wait for everyone to show up. A lot of people may have expected us yesterday, so we know that we may not necessarily get the usual crowd.
Which is totally fine. You know, life happens.
It does. It does. So how has your week been?
Absolutely horrible.
Really?
So obviously I've been going, like I don't have to work in the office full time. I have to work in the office sometimes.
Right.
And I got an email today basically letting me know that on the day when I was in the office, I came into contact with somebody who actually tested positive for COVID.
Stop it.
And I was like, this would not have happened if y'all weren't so determined to force us back into the office.
Oh my God.
Like I could have been at home in my pajamas, braless, froless, chillaxing in the comfort and safety of my home. And also they won't tell you who has it. They just tell you that you may have come in contact with them.
That sucks.
And basically to just, if you have symptoms, let them know.
But can't you tell by like who's not in the office anymore?
Well, we have assigned days to come into the office, but it's not, it's like my boss has like a weird schedule he done made that makes no sense. But I'm just sitting here like, first of all, the job that I do does not need to be in the office to do it. It's all done on the computer, which I've been doing very well for 2.5 years.
Wow. That's crazy. Has it really been remote for 2.5 years?
It's been, well, not 2.5.
No.
Actually,
it's been like a year.
This is the weekend anniversary of when I moved into my house 2 years ago.
Just at the beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah, which is also the anniversary of the beginning of the pandemic shutdown. So 2 years. It's been 2 years.
Wow.
As of this weekend. Like I actually moved into my house on the Friday that is today. How crazy.
That is insane.
Oh my gosh.
Insane.
That's great.
I just remember how stressed out you were because everything was shut down and you couldn't get anything, like nothing.
Yeah, I remember because 2 days before my apartment flooded out.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just like, you know, no big deal. And I had to like beg the moving people because they were trying to cancel my deliveries.
Yep.
And I had to beg them to deliver my fridge and my washer and dryer.
Can you imagine being in like lockdowns with no fridge or washer dryer?
All I had was I thank God, honestly, because I would have had to just go live with someone else.
Yeah, they were really trying to set you up for failure.
Yeah. And it was like, my dad stayed, because my parents came to help me, you know, do everything. Yeah. So, you know, I was out with my mom, but my dad stayed at my house that whole day and he set up my security system. AT&T stopped for no one. They was like, we'll be there at our scheduled time. So it was like everybody else was worried. AT&T was like, we're gonna get this money.
Okay. They were like, look, we got to do what we got to do. We will wear masks.
Right. So it was I think about that. I'm like, wow, I've been a homeowner for officially 2 years.
That's so awesome.
Crazy. But yeah, work sucks.
Work sucks. I know.
Sucks.
Have you heard? You remember that song? She left me roses by the stairs.
You know what's funny? I don't know why this reminded me of this.
I will not go.
But due to how crappy this week was, my siblings and I had an impromptu movie night the other night.
Oh my God, yes.
And so we watched Turning Red on Disney Plus.
Nice.
Highly recommend it.
Okay.
Highly recommend it.
Be on my queue.
It is set in 2002.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
And she's in 8th grade in 2002. I was in 8th grade in 2002.
Oh, wow.
So it was pretty nostalgic and pretty hilarious. Highly recommend
Yes.
it. But yeah. Hi guys. Hi
Hi.
Bethany. How are you? I see you see the new title.
Yup.
NBC canceled the Courtship.
They
So
sure did after one episode.
after one episode, like if you go on Hulu right now, you cannot find the Courtship. It's been completely erased off everything.
Well, it'll come up, but then it'll say that you can stream it on Peacock. So
Yeah, which
NBC
is
canceled
crap.
it after one episode, and they're moving it to USA, which who's going to watch? Who watches USA, first of all? And
I
who's going to
only
watch
watch
it on
I used to
USA?
only watch USA for Bob's Burgers and American Dad.
And just like, who's going to watch that? And then it's streaming on Peacock, which the whole point of this was we wanted to give everyone an option to watch the show where you wouldn't have to pay extra. So you were either going to watch it live when it aired, which it was on NBC on Sunday nights, or if you had a Hulu subscription, which a lot of us do, you could watch it, the following days. So now that it's on Peacock, you have to pay for that. And you can stream Peacock. I think you can get like a free trial, but obviously that doesn't last for as long as the show is going to be releasing episodes.
Yeah, I think it's like I think it's $5 a month. I personally just like technically we could totally continue this conversation, but I don't want another streaming service.
Well, I just feel like it defeats the purpose of what we wanted, which was to make it mostly accessible to the majority of
already
y'all.
had this stuff, so
Yeah.
And I know there are other shows that are on Peacock. I'm aware of that, but I just know I'm not doing it. I kind of feel like I was already putting my money towards something, and then they just took it away and then was like, well, you can still do it, but you're gonna have to pay more money. I don't
Basically.
want that. I don't want to do that.
So we have decided that we will no longer be moving forward with this show, which is really sad and unfortunate because it was just kind of like a light, funny show that we could just kind of laugh and giggle about once a week. But we are taking suggestions for a new show for us to watch.
So here was my other pitch. So basically what we were doing was we were using the Courtship and the whole, just chatting about TV shows we like to test out, if it works for us or if we like it. We already figured out that we like this kind of stuff. And in our group chat with Troy too, me and Troy have been saying that we were going to get Oshale onto some slice of life animes. We're not going to put her into the hardcore shonens or anything like that. Nothing like Attack on Titan. None of that. Like we were going to put her into some very happy, cutesy slice of life animes and just get her response to them. Though, I mean, they don't necessarily have to be slice of life, but like we cannot send her into the gory side of anime. Like
I need to learn how to wade before I can swim. Let me dip my toes in the pool first.
Because I know some people will immediately shoot off like, oh, we should do, like Demon Slayer. Like, no. Most of those episodes are full of blood.
I've literally heard Troy and Brittany both cry legitimate tears over that show. So I want no parts.
We're going to get you there eventually, but by the time we get you there, that show will already be fully done.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, like, because at first I was thinking of having her watch Shokugeki no Soma, because that's one of those shows that's like, it's so weird, but so good. And like, if I wasn't working my 9-to-5 or running my business, I would literally create a YouTube channel devoted to making food shown from anime shows like Food Wars.
Wow.
Because that's just a vibe. But yeah, so we've got a couple suggestions already from Hannah. Young African and Famous just got started on Netflix. It looks entertaining. Oh, we have to talk about Netflix in a second. And then Peach Girl. I think Peach Girl is slice of life.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to look that one up. I'm going to keep a list, and then we're all gonna vote for them on Instagram. And obviously, we're gonna also have Troy input too.
Yes.
But so Netflix, if you guys haven't heard, all the streaming services are wilding right now.
They are.
So if you haven't heard, Netflix, of course, it's now going to be $20 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And they are currently testing a new system in South America that cracks down on users sharing passwords. So basically, you'll be able to get what they call 2 sub accounts connected to your account, and you'll still have you have to pay for each one of those individual sub accounts, and they put a discounted rate underneath what you're already paying.
Here's my question.
It's like buying a cell phone.
Here's my question.
Adding a family member.
What if you have like 4 profiles? Like, for example, on my Netflix is not really my Netflix. It's like my mom, me, and my brothers all on there.
Same.
So there would make me pay for the extra people?
Yes. And they're cracking down on it based, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think the article said that like they'd be able to tell based on like your IP address. So, you know, like my dad pays for the Netflix, but my dad is in Maryland. I'm in Texas. So I would be a sub account. But then my sisters are in Georgia, another sub account. My brother is in South Carolina. So another one. Also, read, love, listen. Don't worry. You tried. It got
canceled. So a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people felt the same way.
It's okay. If I'm going to be very honest, the Courtship, I found it was just unbelievable for me.
The lead was very boring. Like, I wanted to support her as a fellow Black woman, but I just found her extremely flat. And there's just was nothing like her. She wasn't showing her personality in my opinion.
Or if that was her personality, good Lord.
Well, I feel like she was being very like almost I don't want to use the word stereotypical, but it's like she was like on her P's and Q's, and she wasn't relaxed. You know what I'm saying? Like, she wasn't really being herself to me. Maybe that is her, which, but that's how it came across to me.
Yeah. So don't worry. Like, we all won't be watching. Yeah. Actually, I did enjoy learning. I learned a lot. Like, her parents actually shared a lot about themselves on the show. I enjoyed hearing about her parents. But yeah, I'm disappointed in one hand because I feel like other dating shows get longer chances to be things. And I feel like she was canceled way quicker than what I've heard of for these dating
literally shows. After her premiere episode.
Yeah. So that's a whole other thing that I will try not to look into. But again, so because like we said, the Courtship has been canceled, or it's been canceled off of NBC, moved to USA.
Yes, it's been moved to USA. Don't know which nights. I want to say like Wednesday nights or something. I have no idea. But it's streaming on Peacock.
And I'm not buying Peacock for this. Love y'all, but not doing it.
Absolutely not.
So instead, we're moving into the next idea that we had for BBC TV, which was finally getting Oshale into some happy anime.
Keyword being happy.
Keyword being happy.
Because I'm not about to be crying like you and Troy over these dramatic ones.
I happily enjoy the tears that some of these animes give me, okay? The Courtship was bad. Like, loved seeing more melanin, but God, it was boring. Yep. It was more fun to talk about it than it was to watch it.
I feel like, I don't know. I just keep coming back to the lead. Like, she was just flat. She fell flat for me because the lead is what makes these shows. Like, yeah, the cast and the guys were actually pretty entertaining for the most part. Apparently, word on the street is that they were only paying these men $300 a week.
$300 a week?
Yes.
I almost choked. Hold on. I was in the middle of sipping. You said 300, like 300 a week.
Well, their whole thing was like, okay, well, you get to be on TV. We're flying you, all expenses paid, to another country. We're putting you up. We're feeding you. Like, so yeah, $300 a week was their like stipend for leaving their lives to be on this dating show.
Wow. So they were making $1,200 a month?
Yeah.
To be on this dating show.
Yeah.
This part. They were getting paid $300 a week and they jumped in that dirty lake and had to wear them clothes. Listen, that's what I was just about to say. I'm like, that last episode, they jumped in the lake. They wore like, okay, I love, me and my friend talked about this last night. I love the whole dressing up part. And my friend, I don't even know if she's watching this tonight, but she'll watch the playback. She had like the best idea ever. She was like, if there was like a speed dating event where it was like this, you know, it was set in this time in England. And like you had, when you showed up, like they dressed you up in like the proper attire and stuff. And then you got to go to a ball. Ooh. And that was your speed dating. I was like, that sounds amazing. She's like,
I like that idea.
She was like, that's the kind of vibe that I thought we were going to get from this show, but we didn't get that. And I was like, oh,
no,
we did not. So folks of Love and Hip Hop get paid more. That is true. They were complaining about their pay too, but I'm sure it wasn't $300.
But Love and Hip Hop, they were actually at one point famous.
Yeah.
These are just like normal people.
It's like, I understand why it was canceled. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny when I say that. Like, I understand why it was canceled because it was boring. I like this last episode. It took me all day to watch it because I would just pause it and go do something else, forget that I was even watching it, and then come back to finish the episode because
that's how boring it was.
Yeah, and she just did not feel believable to me. I mean, I've never watched The Bachelor or anything, so I don't know if any of them ever feel believable, but I feel like
they do.
I feel like you would kind of like The Bachelor or Bachelorette.
Well, The Bachelor just felt more serious. Like because I'm a big fan of the franchise, the Bachelor franchise. I watch it every year, The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, for the most part. Some years I've skipped. But it just feels more like serious. Whether they're faking it or not, the producers and like the lead has a way of making you feel like they're really looking for love, even if they're not. Mm-hmm. And I just don't buy it with her. Like it just seems like she's on a fun vacation where she gets to like make out with guys that she thinks are hot. That's how it came off, you know?
That's really how I have that's a good assessment because that's one thing she definitely did.
Is totally fine. There is a niche for that, but don't try to sell it as like, you know, because there are those shows like Temptation Island and like I can't think of them, but there are other shows where it's like all about like, you know, being hot and sexy and hooking up with this person, hooking up with that person. Like there is a market for that.
Right. So, I mean, yeah, I get it. I just, I don't know. I mean, again, it's like, well, also, what is this? Read, Love, Listen. What is they should have made it similar to Sexy Beast and 12 Dates of Christmas. What is this?
Okay, so I don't 100% know about this, but is Sexy Beast the show where they basically date as furries on Netflix?
What?
I'm pretty sure.
There's a furry dating show?
Yeah, like they're like in these like animal costumes the whole time and they don't know what each other looks like. And they're like falling in love with each other. Like Mrs. Squirrel is just, she's everything to me. I'm like, what is happening?
Wait a minute. Are you telling me we had the ability to talk about a furry show and we chose this?
It's on Netflix. I've never watched it, but I just seen it and I was like,
here, yo. Oh my gosh. That might be the guilty pleasure moment of my life. I guess I should have known that eventually that was coming, but that is
yeah, it's a real show.
That is fantastic. Sexy Beast, like I thought it was going to be like a strip club. I had no idea we were going furry. That is great.
Do not dress it up like, oh, they're in costume. They're furries.
Like, do not dress it up.
And that is what made me pause. I was like, am I really about to dip my toe in this lifestyle? I was like, I don't know.
I support. Ready. Okay, yeah. Read, Love, Listen says Sexy Beast is on Netflix. It's hilarious and had a lot of POC. Yes, basically dressed as an animal. So like, so while they're dressed up as an animal, like are they not allowed? Like, is this like another Love is Blind situation where they're not even allowed to say like, oh, I'm actually black, I have brown hair, blue eyes? Like, is this another Love is Blind situation?
No clue.
Because that is intriguing. That I'm gonna tell my sisters about that one. We're watching that one. 12 Dates of Christmas sounds like feel free to tell me what it actually is. 12 Days of Christmas sounds like a Hallmark movie.
I was just about to say that.
Where the girl is a CEO of a big major corporation in the city, but she actually came from this country town that she promised her mom she was coming back home for. But she had hired a matchmaker to try to find her a dude because she didn't want to go home empty-handed.
Wow.
And
wow. The exposition here. This is intense. I feel like this movie does exist, though.
I'm about to say, let's stop pretending like this probably isn't already a Hallmark movie, because Hallmark movie only follows 3 different tropes.
Can we just talk about, speaking of Hallmark like movies and Hallmark movies for real, can we just talk about how Christina Milian has really found her calling in life? Because her movies on Netflix are so good, like good in the sense of like when you find a really good Hallmark movie or a Lifetime movie. The Holiday Inn, I can't remember what it's called. Falling in Love. That's the one. I think that's what it's called. It was so cute. She like wins an inn in New Zealand.
And I mean, get it how you live it. It was your coin.
Adorable. It was so cute. I was like watching it the other weekend, and I was like, "Oh, I'm loving life. This is cute."
Yeah, are you ready for the explanations? Oh, okay. So that was the answer to my question. Read Love Listen says sorta, but you could kind of tell. Or they'd ask certain questions to see what was under the animal suit, but some I was shocked. So one person dates 3 furries and they have to choose based on personality. So they don't know what they look like under the furry makeup and costumes. Listen, this is Love is Blind Furries.
Yeah, it's Love is Blind Furries.
It's Love is Blind Furries edition. Kind of love it.
So good.
Okay. The 12 Dates of Christmas. It says the Christmas one had 3 singles dating in this Christmas castle. It's hard to explain, but it's cute and has some POC and LGBTQ folks. Now, this is definitely the first time I've heard of a dating show that includes both.
Yes, agreed.
It's usually one or the other. It's as if they can't do diversity, but for one at a time.
Right.
So that is, I might actually look at that one, but I think I might save it for the holidays, because if it's Christmas based, I feel like it's like in between me watching all my traditional shows, I'll watch a dating show.
Yes.
Like, oh man, this is great. Like, I don't think y'all realize how much I'm smiling right now just from learning that this existed.
So good.
Oh, not dating each other, but had 3 bachelors, men and women.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It has 2 seasons already? Why are we just hearing about this show?
Damn. We late to the party.
We're real late. It's fine. We know now. Okay, so for those of you who have just popped in, we are changing our method a little bit. We're still going to do the BPC TV talks because we like doing commentary. But now we're moving into our second idea, which was introducing Oshale into anime. So if you have a cutesy, happy, maybe slice of life anime that you think Oshale would enjoy, please leave it in the comment section, and we're going to be voting on it on our Instagram as requested by Oshale. Nothing that's super gory, bloody, so basically no shonens.
No.
None of the what are my other ones called? Because I've been heavily watching a lot of them. But basically, she wants happy-go-lucky and cutesy. We could go Dark Academia, but like, keep in mind, we're still going for like rated PG of anime.
I just want something that has a light vibe that is not too heavy. Since I'm not like familiar with anime yet, I want to get to a place where I can build up to the more hard-hitting stuff.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, I'm going to get you not on I think Demon Slayer is still too much for you, but I might be able to get you on Attack. No, not Attack on Titan either.
Why?
They're really they're great shows. They're just really intense.
Okay.
So I think if you've never watched anime, those are terrible places to start.
Okay, I understand.
You know, we started back with like Dragon Ball Z and like the original Inuyasha and Sailor Moon, and
right.
Watching those shows now just make me laugh. but they were very like watered down compared to the stuff that I'm watching now.
Very true.
Yeah. Tropical Rouge, Pretty Cure is the only cute one I've watched, and I've mainly watched vampire and gore. See?
Wow.
I think all of us have basically been like, because they give us story. I like fighting a lot.
Yeah.
We all know that I love fighting.
Yes.
But I especially love fighting where there's like, where it's not like, oh, like, because you remember with like Power Rangers back in the day, they get their butt kicked.
Yes.
Or like, perfect example, back when Tommy was the bad Green Ranger, when he was like under the influence of Rita, and the one time they did their morphin thing and like went into their Zord, and he went into the Zord and beat them all out of the Zord.
Yes.
And then when he became good Tommy, he got his butt handled by everybody.
Yes.
Same vibe. So I don't like that in anime. I also like, if you're gonna fight somebody and we're supposed to believe that they're stronger than you, you need your butt kicked. Even if you somehow manage to win at the end of it, I need to feel like you might die.
Yeah, like you really fought for that.
Yeah, like that's what Demon Slayer's been giving me. I mean, granted, Mugen Train hurt my soul a million times, and then I watched the second season and I was on the edge of my seat like, I don't think I can do this anymore. So yeah, also like, we're not going to talk about it on here, but I am going to get you to watch Sailor Moon as an adult, because
it's got to be so bizarre.
I just want you, the American Sailor Moon, like, I just want to.
You know what though? I did watch, I think, the first 2 episodes on Hulu, and I was shook. I was like, how did I watch this?
So
like, part of me was like, oh, the nostalgia, and the other part of me was like, oh my God.
I think it's funny because there's groups of anime that do this kind of, we're going to tell you exactly what's happening as it's happening.
Yes.
Like, we're going to narrate everything for you.
Every moment.
And
every
like,
moment.
I don't know. It's, for me, it's easier to deal with when it's subbed.
Yeah.
Than when it's the American dub version, because the explanation sounds way more annoying in English.
Yes, it does. I agree.
And so it's just like, oh, okay. But yeah, I went back because I went back to watch Sailor Moon for design purposes. And I was watching it and I was just like, oh, this is cringe. Like, my God, I am shook half.
That is hilarious.
Like, I called my mom and I was like, I'm sorry, Mom.
I was so shocked. Like, how did I watch this? Like, how did I seriously watch this? And was
like, not just watched it,
was obsessed.
Like,
obsessed. Like, it was my favorite.
My mom used to, because when me and my brother went to school, it used, in Japan, it would come on like around, like, I think it was either the early morning, like around 10 o'clock, or it would come on at like 1 o'clock. But we wouldn't get home until like 2:30. So my mom used to record it for us every day on VHS, because with the way that the thing set up, one day it was Sailor Moon and the other day it was Dragon Ball Z.
Gotcha.
And legit, and it was 2 other shows, but if I mention them, y'all will have no idea what I'm talking about. But like, we would come home, get a snack, put the VHS tape it. It was like the same VHS tape that my uncle would send us with Mickey Mouse stuff on it.
Yeah.
States. We would rewrite over it after we've like watched Mickey Mouse a million times to record Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z. That's how obsessed we were with that show. It was
an occasion.
It was a serious event. Like, that was our weekly schedule for like 4 years of my life. It was so bad.
Damn, it was not good. I was so confused and I stopped. I felt so guilty. I was like, I cannot continue on. It was like in the middle of the second episode. I was like, I cannot move forward.
Oh, I definitely continued. I finished the whole thing.
Wow.
But like I said, I did it for design purposes, not really for like, but it also just reminded me of some of the villains. Excuse me, and like some other things that eventually I want to draw, because I don't think I'm ever going to get sick of putting Sailor Moon in my shop. So we'll just be adding stuff to it as I see fit. But like, I have basically, from watching the series, I have about 4 more Sailor Moon releases.
Nice.
And for the shop. So it's like, that was worth it. And then I watched, I think it was like Sailor Moon Super S.
Oh my God.
Again, I have a serious question. Why did they age up Mamoru? because he's not an adult in the Japanese one. He was an emancipated teen.
Okay. I do not remember this.
Yeah. Like, I think it's because, like, when I was younger, because me and my brother were talking about it, I'm like, were we delusional? Like, Tuxedo Mask was a teenager when we watched it.
Yeah,
and
he
then
was.
we were looking it up online, and
didn't they say he was like in his 20s or something creepy?
Yeah, the American version, he's 22.
Yeah, he's in his 20s in the American version, which is
Sagi
so
is still 14.
weird.
They aged him up, but didn't age everybody else up, which was just really weird. And I guess it worked because he was an emancipated teen in college. So I guess they just figured, why not make him college age? I don't know. It was just weird. We laugh now because I was like, now that I'm older, I'm like 17 and 14 was still kind of ick. But at the same time, that would be like a freshman and a senior,
which happens.
It happens all the time. So like, okay, cool. But now it's like 22 and 14, but like they're destined to be together.
Doesn't matter. That is very creepy.
I just really want to ask the people why they decided to do that, but it's fine. But yeah, we have Wolf Girl and the Black Prince. Ooh, I think you might like Wolf Girl and the Prince.
What is the premise?
Let me make sure I look up I'm gonna read off the premises to you, because this is interesting. These are some good ones. I didn't even remember that one. That's good. Also, if they're on Netflix or HBO Max, because I can just give her my password, or Hulu, that would be a plus. Because obviously she's not a Crunchyroll person yet. Hopefully by the end of this project.
Oh my goodness. All of these terms that I don't know what they are.
I know. Crunchyroll is the streaming service for anime. Oh. They just got Funimation, so they really about to have all the animes.
Okay.
Dragon Ball Z is bae. I mean, if you're interested, like Melanin Eclectic just sneak peeked the Dragon Ball Z collection that's coming out next month. Very excited. Gundam is still one of my favorite animes of all time. Anything with like robots is my thing. Eskin Flown, yes, my dad loved that one.
Huh.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let me read the premise.
You got a whole list.
Yeah, we've got a couple of them. Yeah, Legendborn did that weird age thing too. You're so right. Yeah.
Still troublesome.
Because one day I'm gonna fully go into those things, because I need to make a predictions video for what I think is gonna happen in Legendborn 2.
The next
one.
What
I hope to happen in Legendborn 2.
Not in this video.
And what I would really love for them to do is go ahead and nick that relationship in the bud, because he's a whole college student and she was not even 18 yet.
I'm keeping my feelings to myself.
So the real name is Okami Shoiju Tukure Oiji, which is Wolf Girl and Black Prince.
Okay.
Here's the synopsis. Erika Shinohara has taken to lying about her romantic exploits to earn the respect of her new friends. So when they ask for a picture of her boyfriend, she hastily snaps a photo of a handsome stranger whom her friends recognize as the popular and kind-hearted Kyowa. I never pronounce this correct. I'm just going to say his last name, Sata. Okay. Trapped in her own web of lies and desperately trying to avoid humiliation, Erika explains her predicament to Sata, hoping he will pretend to be her boyfriend. But Sata is not the angel he appears to be. He is actually a mean-spirited sadist who forces Erika to become his dog in exchange for keeping her secret.
What? Wait, what?
I wish I could see your face right now.
Wait.
There's one more paragraph, and then we can try to explain it to you. Begrudgingly accepting his deal, Erika soon begins.
She accepted it?
What? Erika soon begins to see glimpses of the real Sata beneath the multiple layers of his outer persona. As she finds herself falling for him,
I'm sorry, what?
If he will ever feel the same way about her.
A man who forced you to be a dog.
Will Sata finally make an honest woman out of Erika, or is she destined to be a wolf girl forever?
A wolf girl? I'm done. And she actually starts liking him?
Does this not sound like a romance novel?
It kind of does.
Okay.
It sounds like enemies to lovers.
Exactly. That's
or a bully romance.
This is why I thought you might like it.
The wolf girl part is throwing me all the hell off. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Does she actually turn into a literal wolf girl? Or is she just pretending to be a wolf?
I feel like telling you that would kind of destroy parts of you watching it if you chose to pick this.
Oh my god.
So basically what we could do is we could have you watch the first episode of multiple animes.
I like this idea.
And you can pick which one you want to continue with.
Yeah, I like that.
As long as you give us your full thoughts on like what you thought.
Yes.
Because this, just reading the description to you gave me full joy.
Yes.
Is this how it feels when y'all talk about romance stuff to me?
Okay. No, yeah. I'll do like a taste test.
Yeah. That was funny. Oh man. Okay, let me read you another one.
Okay.
That was chuckling. Man, oh man. Okay.
Wow.
Okay, so Peach Girl is a shoujo. I never say this right. Basically, it's aimed at a female audience.
Okay.
That's what this manga was geared towards. So when they made the anime, so it's a high school drama centered on a character named Momo, her love life, friendships, and rivalries.
Nice.
Let me read the anime version. I was looking at the manga. Hold on. Let's see. Momo is a former member of the high school swim team. She tans easily and her hair is bleached out. Unfortunately, she is stereotyped by her ignorant classmates and is forced to endure rumors about being an easy girl who has had many sexual relationships.
Wait, what? Because she tans and she has bleach blonde hair?
Because they assume that a lot of American girls are fast.
Oh, okay.
I mean, to be clear, a lot of the mangas play in like, they're very Japanese. So you get a lot of the biases and stuff in them as well sometimes. But I still find these funny. I've never watched this one all the way. I will say that I have not watched more than like 3 episodes of Peach Girl.
Okay.
I went to Blood and Gore really quick. So there was that. Her only friend is Sei, who is actually responsible for spreading the nasty gossip due to her jealousy of Momo.
Wow, her only friend is a piece of shit. Okay. I'm leaning towards the wolf girl. Because I feel like that would anger me. That would anger me more.
Okay, so we won't even continue that one because you're like, this is a terrible friend.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
That's funny. Okay. I'm still laughing at the
I cannot.
Your reaction to Wolf Girl was priceless.
I was just so shook. Like, wait, she accepted his offer?
She did.
Whoa.
That was you real like, desperate. What?
She was real. That's desperation on a whole new level.
I mean, when you spend your whole time lying and desperate to keep up the persona, then yeah, I guess that could be a thing.
I guess.
Okay, this next one is Tropical Rouge, Pretty Cure. It's a Japanese magical girl anime television series. It is the 18th installment in the Pretty Cure. I did not know there was that many.
18th? I was like, what the hell? Do we have to know all of them?
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
No. Good God. I did not know there was 18 installments.
That is intense.
So Manatsu Natsumi is a first-year middle school student who moved to Asura City from Minamino Island to see her mother. Upon her arrival at the mainland, she begins her new life there in her first semester in middle school. But one day, she met with a strange person named Laura, a mermaid who had originated in a mystical place called Grand Ocean, the land of the mermaids.
Yeah.
He has been searching for the legendary warriors of the Grand Ocean who can stand up against the Witch of Delays. an entity from the bottom of the ocean that conquered her nation and has sucked all of the motivation power out of the people of the kingdom. Laura is only searching for the legendary warriors due to the request from the Queen of Mermaids and just for her own selfish desire to be queen one day. But as one of the witch's minions started to attack Azora's city, Manatsu suddenly is blessed with the power of the sea that allows her to become Cure Summer, one of the legendary warriors foretold in the Legends of Grand Ocean. Not gonna lie, this almost gives me She-Ra vibes.
Yeah, it sounds really interesting. I would definitely want to at least watch one episode.
So we're gonna star that one. Also, like, we can totally put She-Ra on here. Have you watched the Netflix She-Ra?
I don't think so.
Bruh, the new She-Ra that Netflix did, A1.
Yeah.
A1. Loved it. I mean, it still kept very She-Ra, but they added some things to it that I felt really gave me something to care about.
Okay.
Again, if you guys have suggestions, you can leave them down below. Obviously, I'm reading these for you guys as well because we thought we was going to talk about a show that don't exist no more.
Yeah, seriously.
Also, yay, Deja, if we get you into anime, I will feel very accomplished. Since they sucked you into the romance realm, so like,
yup,
it's my job to like pull you back.
Right?
Oh,
you're
man.
Like, I will save you. I will save you.
It's like, I don't need to save you. I'm not gonna save you, but like, I'm gonna, fight my hardest to ensure that I pull you back. Ooh, Arcane is absolutely lovely. Arcane is a show based off of a game called League of Legends, is actually telling the story of some of the characters, like their origin stories, before they became the characters that they are in the game. It is fantastic. It's some of the most beautiful animation I've ever seen in my life. And unlike the other game to TV adaptations, this one was done by the actual studio that makes the game.
Nice.
So it's phenomenal. Highly recommend it. Little Witch Academia is another good one. We will add that to this list.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's really cute.
Add that one.
It's like, thank you for giving us cute. Yeah, Arcane is really good. I will say Arcane, they break up, I think it's like 9 episodes. So they break it up into part 1, part 2, and part 3. And part 1, you're kind of confused because you don't really know what's going on. You do not need to know anything about League of Legends to watch Arcane because they do such a good job storytelling that you won't feel lost. Like the part 1 is them giving you the foundation of the story. And they do a really good job because one of my favorite characters, now that I fully understand her backstory, I kind of just love her more.
Oh.
I could go into why Jinx is amazing, but yeah. Yay! I'm in a fantasy mood again, so not really reading romance anymore. Yay! Yes, again, the French animation studio that did Arcane, they did everyone immaculate. They had the way that they did the black people in the show, chef's kiss. Like,
chef's kiss.
We were brown. We were not mud colored. We didn't magically look like caricatures compared to the other characters,
which is nice.
Like we actually existed in the space.
I cannot.
So yeah, because sometimes even in anime they do that kind of stuff where it looks real black faces.
Yikes.
Let's see. Okay, so this is the one that I was telling you about.
Okay.
This is Food Wars, so I'm gonna read.
Oh, that's right. You told me about this. Okay.
The series is set mainly at Tasuki Sato Culinary Institute, an elite culinary school located in Tokyo, Japan, which only a handful of students graduate from each year. Its students mostly come from Tasuki's junior high school, but transfers are taken provided they pass the entrance exam. The campus is a wide-ranging resort with many research societies, clubs, cooking classrooms, and large arenas used for competitions. Housing varies, but the most affordable is the Polaris Dormitory, where characters have to impress the dorm matron with a dish in order to secure residency. Tatsuki also runs a chain of resort hotels, with the biggest being the Tatsuki Resort, which is visited by Soma during his first year. Teenager Soma Yukihira aspires to become a full-time chef in his father Joichiro's family restaurant Yukihira, and surpass his father's culinary skills. But Joichiro gets a new job that requires him to travel around the world and close his shop. Joichiro has to enroll Soma in the Tosoki Sato Culinary Institute, an elite culinary school where students engage in food competitions called shokugekis. He secures himself a spot at the school, despite the objections of Arina Nakiri, the talented granddaughter of the school's dean. Soma is assigned to Polaris Dormitory, where he meets other aspiring chefs, including Megumi Todokoro. The story follows his adventures as he interacts with his peers and challenges Tosuki's students as well as others in shokugeki competitions. Learning that his father was not only a student at Tosuki, but also the second seat in the Council of 10, Soma plans on becoming the best of the academy. The Council of 10 is 10 students that are like the top chefs of the school.
Wow.
Yeah. Again, love it. It gets a little, I can't even say that it's academia because it's a school.
Yeah.
But you don't really see them. You don't see them in class much.
So they're mostly just doing the cooking thing.
Yeah. Like it's a lot of cooking. I will say if you watch this show, you will have the urge to cook. Like the first, when I first watched and read the first manga, I went and bought an Asian cookbook.
Really?
Yeah.
So it really influenced you.
I was like, I think I can get this umami.
Look, I have to watch at least one episode. I'm very curious because you are like talking it up so much. And I'm curious now. So put that on the list.
Again, that there in true anime fashion, there is a weird thing that happens when they really enjoy the food. They may or may not lose clothing.
This is the part that I must see.
Again, like I tell people, if you're gonna start watching it, watch 3 episodes before you decide whether or not you want to continue, because that can be very off-putting to people, especially if you're not used to anime. Because I'm so used to anime that when it happened, I just busted out laughing. Because I was like, of course, y'all couldn't just leave it at cooking. Of course, you had to add a little something. Okay.
You were like, typical.
Yeah, it was just like, well, I'm not shocked if anybody is.
Oh my God.
That one I'm gonna put, if you type in Food Wars, like that's the American, like that's what you could look it up as.
Okay.
But the actual name is Food Wars ! Shokugeki no Soma.
Oh wow. Okay.
That is the name of it. You can watch the first 2 seasons on Hulu.
I was just gonna say, like, for everything you've written down, put down where I can watch.
Yeah, I'll have to look up some of these other ones, but Food Wars, at least the first 2 seasons are actually on Hulu, and then I have if you end up watching it and want to continue, I have ways that you can continue watching.
Okay, that's good.
Because I know that season 4 and season 5. Oh, that's it. Yeah, it's season 1 and season 2 are on Hulu. Season 4 and season 5 are on HBO Max, and season 4 is on Netflix. But only place that you can watch season 3 is Crunchyroll. I don't know why they did that.
Yeah.
It just seems very off to me because obviously Hulu got permission.
Obviously.
But I don't understand why they stopped, where they stopped, but it's fine.
It's fine.
But yeah, I think so. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 animes here. So I think we should start with these 6. And then if none of these pull you in, then me and Choi are just going to like pick one that we've always wanted you to watch.
I feel like one of them will.
I feel like a couple of them might grab you in.
I'm very curious.
Yeah, because basically you can find any genre of book, you can find an anime.
Which is great.
Right. So it's like there's so many different types that you wouldn't. it's like, yeah, we both might watch anime, but we might not watch the same type of anime.
Yeah.
So it's like reading. That's why I love it so much.
It's like you have so many different options.
And you know, they started off as mangas, most of them. So
all right, so we have our list, and I think I'm going to try to watch an episode a day next week.
Yeah.
So that by Thursday next week, I'll have like an idea of what we're going to do.
Yeah. So we're still coming back on Thursdays. We're still doing our Thursday thing. We're just switching the show because, you know, got canceled.
I think next week will be my first impressions of these mangas.
Yes.
Or animes, not mangas. Animes.
I'm definitely going to change the thumbnail and everything else to reflect that we have changed. And I'll make sure to post an announcement on our Instagram and remind people as well.
Yes.
But I think that this is a good place for us to stop. Thank y'all for stopping by on your Friday night.
I know. Thank you so much for coming and spending a little bit of your Friday night with us. And we will see y'all on Monday. We have a podcast, right, Brittany?
Yep. It's called Respect My Boundaries.
Okay.
Oh, wait. While we're here, how did you guys feel about the Throwback-a-thon theme
announcement? My God. Yes.
I forgot about that.
Completely. But I was talking to a good friend of mine who's so excited for Throwback-a-thon. Like, she is so hyped.
Yeah, like one of my friends said she's going to participate this year. I'm excited.
She wanted me to tell you that the graphics are amazing and absolutely took her straight to Scholastic Book Fair like mindset.
Thank you. That was the goal.
Yes, she loves the graphics.
Really had to come through with them because we did get a couple messages for people asking like what it was. People thought it was like an actual like event.
Oh my God, really?
I was like, first of all, thanks for that, because that would be dope if one year I would love to like sponsor a book fair for a school.
That would be
where
lit.
Everybody could at least get one book for free. That would be dope.
Yes.
But the prompts will be posted. Hold on, let me look at my calendar.
Well, I believe we are planning like an official announcement video, and our aim is to drop it Wednesday next week.
Yep, it's Wednesday. That's what the calendar says. So the official prompt video will drop on Wednesday. That will also come with graphics. I figured out how I can put links to the graphics that I make. So they'll be in the description box. And what we're asking is you also take the IG ones and post them, because we will also be releasing the IG prompts. So if you're a planner, or if you're like me and you like to bulk record or bulk take pictures and stuff,
yes,
you'll have the prompts ahead of time. So you can just post. And not every day of the IG prompts require you to post on your own Instagrams. Some of them require you just to answer questions on our Instagram. So it's not an everyday post thing this year either. So that takes a little bit of the load off. But yeah, I'm very glad that people thought it was an event. Like, I could not get it. They were like, well, when is it? And I was like, oh,
this is hilarious.
I was like, it's online. It's 100% online. One of the girls was like, I legit thought that I was going to have to figure out how to join this. And I was like, I'm so flattered. But speak that into existence, because one day Throwback-a-thon could be something where we, donate to a library, or
that would be amazing.
Host an actual book fair. Like, that would be a freaking dream.
I would be down for that.
I would cry like a bitch. Also, I'm very glad that you're already like, I already know which books I'm gonna read. I'm
really
glad.
How? We haven't even released the prompt.
I don't know. I think that's great. She's like, I already have throwbacks I want to read. So
awesome.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. This is another one where we're really excited, and when we had a totally different theme, and then when we sat down to do it, we were like, wait, what if we do?
Yep,
we have to do this.
We completely changed our theme, and this year's is good, but y'all, next year's is gonna be lit.
Yeah, we already put it for next year too. Oh my God, next year.
Look,
listen,
Brittany and I literally cannot wait for next year's.
I put my foot into these graphics for this year, but I'm already trying to figure out how to make next year's graphics, because they have to do things that like I don't know if I can do on Canva.
Look, let's put that on ice. We don't want to speak too much on it, but
right. This is interesting. We should do a reading retreat, a throwback-a-thon reading retreat in the future. That would be
actually kind of nice.
Yeah. Listen, y'all better speak that into our existence, because with speaking this, y'all are also speaking that we don't work full-time jobs either.
Exactly. So we can put all our effort into this.
So keep speaking it into existence. I'm here for it.
Okay.
But yes, keep a lookout on our social media. Next week is when we will be posting all of the information that you need to prepare for Throwback-a-thon. We will be posting the actual instruction video here on our YouTube channel, because y'all just really like our announcement videos. So we're going to keep doing them. And I mean, enjoy the rest of your Friday night. Drink some water.
Yes. Please don't forget to give this a like. That really helps us in the algorithm. So if you're still here watching, if you're watching the playback, go ahead and give it a like right now. Also, if you're watching and you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Join the BPC family. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you always know when we go live. Stay tuned for our Throwback-a-thon announcement video dropping Wednesday with all of the prompts. And see you on Monday for our next podcast.
Facts. See you later.
And don't forget, we are still reading Goliath.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Stay on this.
So
we're going to talk about that when we get off.
Keep going so that we can talk about it in like a week and a half now.
Awesome. All right, guys. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.